When you get in at half-time, you could imagine what Brassy was like. He was very, very focused.
Why the bloody hell should we panic? We're better than this bloody mob! There's only one way bloody grand finals are won, by the sort of stuff you've been showing up to now. Now, we're 60 minutes away from history. Bloody Kennedy will be going berserk. They'll come out and they'll bloody throw everything at us. They want us to keep on depositing goals. Just like we bloody need to, we want to, and we can! Yeah, come on!
It's a long kick by Sam Kigovich. It's a beautiful kick. Eyes are going now for North. There's Blight going to the goals. He fires. And a goal. Oh, that's a dangerous one, it Burns. It's a short kick. Up goes Barry Davis. And he'll be paid the mark. 15-metre penalty against Hutt.
One of my problems with Hawthorn was that they were holding up the game.
Is there another one? Yes, another 15-metre.
Kevin Smith was the umpire. And I said to Kevin, I said, Kev, I've got one thing for you. I said, if I'm held by a player, I'll get an arm free and I'll have to hit that player. He said, Barry, I'll deal with it. I know what you're talking about. And I thought, we've got a really good chance of winning this game.
Four line, but there's that Brantella game. What a game he's playing.
Brass had gone out and bought the Rantells and Wade and Barry Davis and all those sort of guys to buy a flag.
Three of the outstanding players of the competition of its time. Any player who played 10 years with another side could automatically go to anywhere they wanted.
Responsible for North's new bid to win is Alan Aylett, a former North Melbourne star player, now club president. The cold hard facts are that you, your committee, Ron Barassi, have decided on a plan, and anybody who doesn't fall into that plan has no place in this club. Yes.
People say we bought players. We did. You can't win premierships without players.
They said to me, would you sign? And I went up to have a meeting and determined that I wasn't going to go because I'd wanted to stay at Geelong.
I played football for nothing for 12 years probably.
Literally nothing.
I had match payments that every player in the league gets. It starts around about $30 a week.
Ron Joseph from a bag took out a tightly knit brown paper parcel. He cut the string, and when something's really tight and you cut the string, it just sort of slid right in front of me across. And there was $20 notes, like I'd never seen before. And he said, there's $20,000 there. He said, if you sign now, he said, it's yours, take it home with you. And I said, where do I sign? So I took the money and I had it in my glove box in my car for about a week. A big Ford Fairline car.
They seized on that 10-year rule. It was a club triumph, really.
Here's Martello bobbing through the pack in towards goal. Moncrief with the big chance, and Moncrief is marked, and he's been put down by Croswell. Moncrief overacting, and umpire Smith telling him so.
There's no doubt about that one. It's right through the middle and another goal to Hawthorn. It's right across the face and a good mark taken here by Scott.
Oh, you stupid bloody Latvian! Jesus. Oh, real brain stuff.
The Hawthorn defence trying to stand firm, but Kikovich! Oh, he struck with the speed of a striking cobra then.
Good analogy. I like the analogy because I'm going to, at some stage of the game, perform something that's going to be memorable.
I can visualise three blokes trying to hang off him like a flag as he pours through.
North people erupted, and I thought, we're in for trouble.
Barassi and Kennedy sitting up there. Kennedy doesn't seem too happy. There it goes. The result, I think he's missed it. One behind. Arnold Brightis not too happy with himself either.
Somebody was paying $500 a goal. And I didn't know that because I handballed him too many times. That's why he went bananas, because he missed that goal, because there's another 500 went down the drain.
Knowing Arnie, he'd keep that to himself because he's very, very materially orientated, Arnold.
And Kelvin Moore is in all sorts of trouble. It's his ankle, left ankle.
Went for mark, hurt his ankle, came off in that third quarter.
That crushes a bit because Kel was so cool under pressure.
The champion fullback is off the ground. Louis, there's a blow for Hawthorn.
We really didn't have anything to compensate to try and fix up losing Cal Moore.
28 points North Melbourne. The kick by Hendry. There's a long one at the goal square and a mark to Martello. Hawthorn trying desperately to get back into this game. It looks good and it is good. That's the Hawthorn crowd really willing to urge their side into the game again. kick by Simovos into the goal square. At the back as wide as a goal. He's got it again. A goal away.
I was thinking, we've got this, and I think a lot of players would have been.
You can feel it. You can feel it on the ground. I mean, you got 100,000 people screaming, but you can still feel like, it's a good sensation.
In comes Felton, got one in the back. The siren goes for three-quarter time.
Up until three-quarter time, I still felt there was just nothing in it.
We weren't that far down at three-quarter time. It was redeemable.
We would really have to fire up, change the course of the game pretty quickly if we were going to win.
They were in the position, first premiership, and in front, chance to grasp it, and we were struggling.
When you're behind, you've got to go mad. It's attacking football now. It's attacking football. You take all the risks in the world. Fight it out hard, every bloke. Run until you drop. The psychological limit is a lot closer than the physical limit. Remember, when you're tired and you think you can't go any further, you can. Do it and see how you go. Come on, long kicks. No short passes, long kicks. Handball on.
Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that the final quarter would evolve in the manner in which it did.
No team in VFL history has won the Premiership from third spot. Will it happen this year? It seems as though it might.
We said before the match 100 minutes, at half-time 60, and now it's only 25. We've come too far to let it slip now. That is not to say we go defensive, though. We're still keeping this bloody pressure up as never been kept up before in the history of North Melbourne. And let's keep this pressure on by long kicks straight up the guts. 25 minutes to go, boys. I'm extraordinarily proud of you. But I want you to make me the proudest coach in league history. And I want this crowd to be proud of every last one of you. So let's go! Come on!
We thought it was going to be a real struggle, backs to the wall, tribal warfare, and if we were lucky enough, we may get a break in the last 5 minutes or so.
Clear now. And he'll send Hawthorn to attack as the ball goes up towards that...
weak as water, Ross. Ah, Jesus, Ross! Oh, bloody pathetic.
That's the kick by Matthews. Oh, what's happened? 1 point. And they breathe again, North Melbourne.
The kick out, the mark taken there by Ablett. Ablett is on the half-forward flank on the southern side. Big kick by Ablett. Oh, it's a beauty, but he's offline, I feel, and another point results.
For any player, and this is a simple goal, it just lifts you.
You could see some of the forlorn figures, starting to drop their head, and the level of intensity was no longer as prevalent as the first three quarters.
And I think you'd see them then just starting to wilt.
Listen to the North crowd. Oh, it's on the side of Croxton. Goes over on the full.
Down and on the ground. There's Welsh going out. The chin, the bottom of his tail. He's got him. He's grabbed him. Umpire says play. Has counted this down. And they're not begging any pardons at the moment as the ball goes back and a mark to Blight.
Malcolm Blight is now on the back line. Oh! You tell Blight, serve him bloody right. Does he think he can play on in the grand final when the game is tight? Tell him to wake up.
Well, they've got to get a goal. The Hawthorn will really lift themselves now, and they're attacking. It's taking tremendous energy out of them. Both sides must be very, very tired.
What a great kick from the full back. God. Some of these blokes are going up and down on the one spot. This has been played at a terrific bat. Look at Barassi on the right-hand side of your screen. He's still not convinced it's won. He wants to hear that final siren. It's on its way. It's going to drop short. There they go, the man in front. It's Brightus. Arnold Brightus. Now he's 5 metres. There must have been a penalty. That's right. And he's put it through.
Hawthorn kicked 5 points, and all that good work by Hawthorn has been undone by 1 goal at North Melbourne.
The 20 players that bring home North Melbourne's first ever premiership will gain football immortality. And I had to pinch myself to think, shit, I'm going to be one of these people.
North Melbourne heading for their first premiership. And the players must be really on their toes. Look at that crowd going mad.
There'll be a hot time in our old town tonight.
I don't want to trying to kill us.
We're going to try and win, John.
Yeah, I know, but the more they kick bloody 20 goals at Mick up there.
Getting goals now.
Yeah, I know.
Jones knocks it out of danger, but in comes Burns. It's taken there by Arnold Bridus. Bridus screws it around and bounces. It's another goal. You're seeing history.
And they have absolutely annihilated the form team of 1975.
Going to be tackled by Welsh. A long hand pass to Arnold Bridus. Bridus steadies. He shoots at the big ones. And it's another one.
It's a one-horse race now.
All of a sudden, the realisation was, hell, I think we've got this.
You know, you couldn't get beat. It was almost like, you know, a cavalcade. You know, I think I spent the last 10 minutes just waving.
It's Wade and Bremner. Pushed away, grabbed by Burns. Over the Simmer Bush, another goal. Oh, they're streaking away.
You know you're gone. There's no coming back from where we were. You just want it over.
Doug Wade, the oldest man playing football. Kicked by Wade as a goal.
We said on the football show this morning that Wadey should not have been in the side. Well, he's proven us wrong.
I was thinking of the celebrations after. I was thinking this is going to be one heck of a night.
Ron Barassi is making his way down to the coach's bench and he's walking around the boundary line. He's gone down to see Mick Nolan. He's given Mick a big hug and a kiss.
Hey, Mick, you have a couple of pies tonight.
There's Barassi. Look at him. He's cracking it for a smile. His first smile in weeks. Here's Barry Davis driving that ball forward for North. Deep into the forward zone once again. In comes Feltham. Feltham into an open goal. He couldn't miss. There's another one. And if anybody reckons that they thought North would win by any margin such as this, then they are dead set romances. Oh, it's a ring-a-ding-ding for North Melbourne, isn't it? A ring-a-ding-ding, Louis, all right.
Come on, ring the bloody bell. Good on you, Well, come back. Oh, you goody Doug, magnificent.
I think the initial feeling was one of relief.
Wow, this is it. We're here.
So it was just a very emotional time, I can tell you.
A pretty moving moment, really. People like Lou Richards and myself who know the background to North's climb up can't help but feel somewhat emotional at this moment.
Just a marvellous thing. Phew, boy.
You seem to take Michael Cook off very early.
Oh, well, he was caught, I think, a little bit overawed by the occasion somehow.
And the loss of the fullback would have made a big difference?
Yeah, made a bit of difference, yeah. Righto!
It's a poor feeling. I know I'm a bad loser, and a reporter comes up to you after the match and starts talking. I just don't hear what they're saying. I'm not interested.
75 was literally the worst day of my life. It was a nightmare and it will never go away.
In many ways it was a bit easier because they deserved to win. They played the game that day better than us.
And my two sisters ran onto the ground. So I just brushed my sisters off because I was so frustrated and dejected, and I think they were in tears, and two sisters were on the MCG in one of the saddest days of their lives.
After the game, we had to suffer the consequences of a John Kennedy tirade.
We lost it.
It was nothing short of a disgrace in the finish, fellas, that's to tell you the truth. We've missed a premiership today. We've missed it. Just missed it. I can't look around and make excuses, fellas. I'd be less than truthful to you if I did. I thought our effort at the finish was bloody pathetic. I was just so sad to see what was happening to a side that ought to have been playing well. We were annihilated. It's their first premiership. It ill behoves me at this stage to go in for recriminations, but to say to the whole side, it was just terrible. It wasn't. We were never even gave a yelp. We were outpaced, outthought, outmarked, outbumped, out everything.
And when I look at it now, after it taking me a long while to realise, I was certainly outcoached.
We would do anything for John, and unfortunately we couldn't deliver. But it still breaks my heart today.
I'll be in this, I'll be right in this! You little bastard, scissor! Come on, you guys, go!
After the match, when I walked up the race, I remember a lot of grown men crying, and it was a very emotional time.
Pandemonium reigned. People were crying, people were laughing.
The coach! Boys, I just want to say you're a magnificent bunch of boys. You've been very loyal to North Melbourne, to Mick and to myself. Today you've had a just reward, a reward that you've worked very, very hard for. And as good as you feel now, you'll feel the same for the next 50 years. Oh. It's sweet to cry when you're happy, isn't it?
Wouldn't have mattered who we played that particular day. With the events of '74, all the players were stripped of any dignity that they had in a public forum. It wouldn't have mattered who we'd played. I think our level of commitment would have been such that we would have overcome Germany.
It last year was harsh and hard and to the point, and I still believe it was true, and I won't take any of it back. But tonight is a different story, and I believe we have learned from last year, and it was a significant reason in our win today.
Back at Arden Street was fantastic, just to see the faces on those people.
Now, you had people coming up to you, more older type people coming up to you saying, "We never thought we'd live to see the day."
I think there were more tears shed than I'd ever seen in my life. Grown people crying. This is something good that we've done here.
The white suit, I always dragged it out when I thought it was going to be a fairly memorable occasion. It was one of those nights that the great man had said we've got to assemble at Arden Street for the Premiership photo. I remember being caught in a predicament over a drip tray, engaging in some riveting dialogue with a member of the fairer sex. I was going along so well that I thought I'd transcend the level of conversational greater height. So I did to room 303. And as you could appreciate, a guy 25 years of age with the imminent success that was going to take place. And I thought no one in their right frame of mind would have the temerity of taking a Premiership photo without the great Sam Kekovich in it. So quite frankly, I said, "Oh, stuff it." So anyhow, so I did.
But we knew where he was. At that point in time, he wouldn't have been thinking about a team photograph.
I was very annoyed with Sam.
That's typical. Kekovich, you can't rely on him. And we said, "Brassy, we know where he is." He said, "Yeah, I know where he is too, but he should be here."
One of the great regrets I've got is, not being in that Premiership photo.
They wouldn't even put the insert in. It was done to sort of say, "Well, listen, this is your fault and you should have been in it."
And with all the modern technology that's available to them, I think Barras still refuses to put me in, so that I still suffer to this day.
John, was it your biggest disappointment yesterday?
Yes, I think it was, Bob. I think it was.
Well, congratulations to you, Ron. And is there anything left in your football career for you to do?
Oh, I just enjoy being in football, and until I get sick of it, or get sick of me, one of the two, which can be the case with the coach, I'll keep going.
Myself, along with all of those players and with Ron as the coach, is just something that will last forever.
I was really pleased that I did that, and I think Whitey would say the same, Johnny Rantel would say the same. It was just a joy.
Sometimes I probably abused all the privileges of being associated with the club, but I'd worked my way through it, and I guess at the end of the day, my wonderful parentage and the wonderful association with North Melbourne always dragged me back off on that tangent and gave me the direction that I needed. North Melbourne is the club that gave me what I've got.
I went to North Melbourne for 3 years. The 3 years in the grand final at North Melbourne were the greatest 3 years of my football life.
Hard to say this, but I possibly had the best time I ever had in football.
And just have a look at these scenes. Louis, you can't help but feel elated. Like we're not biased. We describe this game with an open mind, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really wrapped in North Melbourne's flag.
We consumed, our enjoyment was flowing freely. To be brutally honest, I don't think I went to bed for 4 days.
Well, Johnny, this is the South Melbourne Football Club and you're here this morning. How do you feel?
At the moment, quite ill.
I would like to have seen Moscone in the photo, and Barras one day will relent. I'm sure that he'll allow, me to be superimposed. Please, Ron, one day. Pretty please.
But when you make a move like that, I think it's best to try and carry it through.
He's not that forgiving, Oh, he's still as... He gets as angry as a bull, he's thick as a steed.
I'd make no apologies.
You tell Sam, serve him bloody right.